Hi, I was reborn. Before I start sharing my story, I have a few questions for you. Do you enjoy what you do? Do you enjoy the people around you? Do you enjoy your daily work? Do you enjoy yourself? Do you struggle in your life or not? Hi everyone, my name is Song. Welcome to my channel, Song Salon, and this is my first video. I want to thank you. The reason why I wanted to start this video is to share my experiences and knowledge and help other people who need it. Let me share my story. I grew up in China and came to New York City 14 years ago. I stayed and worked for the last 12 years in the finance industry. My upbringing experience is very interesting. First of all, my family and the school and the society. All three of them are kind of suppressing and forceful. I was not able to really express myself, do whatever I want to do, and also the environment around me does not really care about that. So I did not know who I am. I did not know what I wanted to do. I did not have a purpose for life. And it's very easy to fall into that type of condition, given an environment where I grew up. Luckily, I made a decision to come to the United States. Just because of I heard about it a lot of times, and I believe this inner curiosity that's deeply buried within me kind of pushed himself out a little bit. So I made the decision to come to the United States, and that was my first time going outside of China. Things went fine. I did fine in school, and I landed a job. I want to prove to myself and maybe to others that I was capable to find a job in New York and make a living here. And I did it, which though the purpose is egoistic, I'm really happy I made the decision. So my life in United States, in New York City, started as a graduate student. Then after the graduation, I started working in the finance industry. For the last 14 years of life here, I still got trapped in a constant struggling with my life. First of all, I don't really enjoy what I do. I did not know what I want. And I picked the major of finance because I hope, or it's widely accepted that in finance there is a better career, there's a more promising career compared to many other industries. That's all the reason. I stayed in the industry and in my job with a very simple goal, just like everybody around me, to get promotion. If we break it down, it's for more money and a higher social status, which is so vague, which is so empty, and that should never be a life purpose for anybody. Because I don't know what I want, I was conditioned that that's exactly how life is. Even I was having so much pain, I stayed and continued to do what I do. I wasn't feeling much joy, and I wasn't feeling passion, and I was not fulfilled. Even I did pretty well at work. I got 3 promotions in my first 7 years. It seemed very interesting that every time I got promoted, I got a little excited for a very short of time, and then afterwards it goes back to the same feeling of unfulfilled, unsatisfied, unhappy. These struggles were also very common in my life. I constantly don't feel happy about things and people around me. And my past relationships all fall into the same pattern. That in the beginning, there's an ultra high level of excitement and happiness, and we just love each other so much. We feel like this is it, that's the one. As the excitement died down, all the problems start to come out. And nowadays, I realize that what really caused that problem, I would like to share with that in the future videos. It's very interesting to actually see it by myself, to see my own root cause of my struggles by myself, especially in the relationships. The pattern of the relationships goes like super high in the beginning, and then when it quiets down, there's a huge conflict of because of more investment in the relationship, the neediness and fear to lose gets higher and higher. However, the resentment towards each other also gets more and more. So on one hand, I was super needy and afraid to lose a relationship. On the other hand, I don't feel happy. I feel pain in the relationship. Even given that, because of the fear of change, because of the laziness that kept me in the so-called comfort zone, which is actually discomfort, it felt really hard to make a decision, to take actions to change, either to break up or to figure out what was wrong and trying to improve that. I did neither within the relationships. So work and life for the last 14 years outside of China, within United States, around New York City, has also been struggling. And all the struggles start to die within 1 year which is a very recent 1 year for me. So there are 4 major shocking things happening in my life since March 2023. The first thing is that my last grandparent, my grandpa, died. He's the closest grandparent I had. The second thing is that my last relationship, which lasted 7 years, to which I invested the most time, effort, emotion, and finance as I could imagine, it broke up. Third instance is that one of my most respected friend and I parted away. And the fourth is that I left my employer, which I worked for 12 years, as a privilege in a very interesting and surprising way. All the 4 shocking instances happened within about a year, a little over a year. I was making fun of myself one day that if I know someone who had all these 4 within such short time period, I will feel very sorry because they sound really devastating. However, you know what? These 4 things are the best things that ever happened in my life. It is the universe, or we can call it the God, gave me a combo of punches to wake me up. They are the wake-up punches. And I woke up from there. I feel so much gratitude towards what happened in my life in the recent time. My life has changed so much since then. I have much better health. I have so much more better relationships and qualities I made through a little over a year, and I became so productive. I gained so much self-awareness and self-love. I enjoy my life so much. Life has never felt so light, so easy, so comfortable, so amazing. Before in my life, life is forceful, life is struggling, life is painful, and all that I thought it was normal for life. And now life is amazing. Life is the best thing that can ever happen in your life. There's nothing better than that. And I totally get it now. Before and now, the critical question for such dramatic transformation and change for me, you, my audience, should ask is, how? And that's exactly I want to build this channel. I want to exactly share how. The ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius had 3 points he mentioned multiple times in his book. To be short, to learn or to become better at something, there are 3 main points. One is study. You study from people who's better than you, or you study from the books written by the masters or experts. The second is think. So if you only just read the books and you do not think about it, you do not refer what's taught or mentioned in the book to your own experience, reading the book is kind of a waste of time. You have to truly understand what the author or person is talking about. And to truly understand that, you have to combine what they're talking about with your own experience. That's my thought about thinking. And the last part is also the most critical part, is practice and taking actions. You will get nothing if you don't implement it. Whatever you know, whatever you learned, that is helpful or good. If you don't take actions, take actual moves to implement that in your own life, it's valueless. So study, thinking, and practice is going to be the basic models of many contents that I'm going to release in the future. Let's play something interesting. Let's have one very quick and pragmatic action taken right now. If you are watching this video, I bet that you found the video resonate with you pretty well, and there is a very good possibility that you think that my content is helpful or is going to help you in the future. If you think that way, there's one very quick action you can take. Click on the subscribe button right now. It takes very little time and effort for you to do, and it can bring you potential high value or 0 value, but you got nothing to lose. Before I close this video, I would like to tell you something. This is a big finding I did not have, and it's a finding about myself. There's one person that's the most important person on earth to you. That is yourself. This is the person you should love the most and give the most support. And this is a person who is capable to achieve whatever you wanted to achieve. It may take time, but the capability is always there. Give yourself a hug and accept where you are and who you are right now. Raise your head, open your chest, embrace whatever is lying ahead of you in your life. I guarantee you, it's gonna be, and it has to be, the best thing in your life, which is your life. Let's have one more action to take before I really close this video. I want you to think about one thing. Just one thing in your mind right now that's very, very important. It does not have to be something major. It can be something really quick, something you can do at hand. Or it can be something really, really big that takes time, but you can still figure out what is the first small step to take towards finishing that major tasks. So think about this one thing that you can do right now immediately. Once I close this video, you can close the screen, shut it down, and go do it. If you did it, please come back someday later and leave a comment there. Tell me how you feel about it. I bet it's going to be good, and I'm going to look at that and respond to you. So, thank you very much. I'll see you in the future. Bye bye.